Hello everyone, this is Karen and this is going to be a first impression video for some paints that I really wanted to try, only I lost the footage of the first part, so now I have to record it all over again. I will be very quick, hopefully very quick. So these are the watercolors and you've seen them in the January vlog, showing them a little bit. So these are by Mungyo, which is a Korean manufacturer, and here on the logo it says the finest art materials since 1946, but I had no idea this brand existed up until a couple of months ago, so I'm not sure if this is like a national brand which only recently went international or anything like that, but I have seen they also do like markers and some pastels, so they do also make other art materials, only I was interested in the watercolors, so I took those. It says professional watercolor and 24 pan sets. It is a half pan set, it is not a full pan set, but there are, you know, a couple of grammar errors here and there, but I would not hold it against them. So since these are Korean and like Shinhan, which is one of my favorite brands, is also from Korea, I do have a high expectation from this box. So let's open this up. And this is the box with the logo, and I'm really happy because I've never had a box with the logo before, so yay! Thumb ring, and this is like really sturdy also, so I'm quite happy it's not like a flimsy tin that looks like it could bend like with a sneeze. So as I told you, I had already opened, I have already filmed this part, only lost the footage, so here we go. One thing I want you to look at is the fine granulation on the surface of these pans, and I have seen this granulation before. So now I'm currently thinking about a conspiracy theory where Mungyo and Prima Marketing are actually either buying from the same pan factory, or they are like related in I don't know, in a brand sense. Let me show them really close. Okay, so keep in mind that these are not used, and these are have had a couple of uses on them, so please focus. Okay, so the granulation on top is like really similar, and when I say really, I mean when I opened one of these up, I immediately knew that they looked a lot like each other. They are also made in Korea. I did some digging on Prima Marketing, and they do manufacture these in Korea, which is what basically gave me the sensation that these were like made in the same place or by the same manufacturer. I mean, these have to be related because I've never seen this kind of granulation in any other pan before. So but the thing is that the Mungyo packaging, which is this one, I took it out, has information. Because the Prima Marketing has like a number on their pans, and that's it. They have no pigment information whatsoever, not on their pans, not on their site, anywhere. But these do, and what is written here is actually awesome. Because out of 24 you have 11 single pigments, 8 two-pigment paints, and then you have 5 that are either 3 or 4 pigments. And most of these, and it's something I really like, it's they're mostly transparent. So 13, which is more than half of this set, is transparent. 5 are semi-transparent, so we are up to 18. Then we have 3 semi-opaque and 3 opaque, which include black and white, which are colors I usually don't use, and I think most of watercolorists don't use. So there is actually only one opaque watercolor in this set, which is the Naples Yellow, I believe. Yeah, Naples Yellow. So, and most of these have 3 stars for light fastness, which is like extra high. Yes, like all of them have 3 stars. Yes, all of them. Which is like, it's an awesome description for a product. So I am having really high expectation for this. Now keep this set in mind, because I will make a video where I do compare the two. I do not have the same hues, and this is something I'm really unhappy about, but I will try to find some colors that are really close to this and do a swatches comparison and a side-by-side same image comparison, as to see if the Prima marketing and the Mungyo are actually, like, could be the same, because I did write to Prima marketing about some pigment information before, and they've never replied to me, so I don't think that they would reply telling me that, I don't know, they are a sub-brand of Mungyo, or Mungyo is their sub-brand, or whatever. So I'm not expecting to get any information from the manufacturers, but I'm going to do my own digging and my own tryout. But I'm pretty sure these two are related, so I think I already know how it's going to end. Or at least I hope so, because I really like the vibrancy of the Prima marketing watercolors. This is the tropical set, so I am looking forward for the Mungyo palette to have the same vibrancy. Let's hope it's the same, because I'm going to be very disappointed if it's not. Okay, so let's see each other on the other side for swatches and for the speed paint with my final considerations.
Okay, second part of the video where I talk about the things I liked and the things I did not like about this set while you watch my swatching and painting. So I have already said in the first part that this is a set mainly made of transparent colors and single pigment paints. So these are 2 things that I really like about watercolors, and I was pretty happy when I found them in this set. Another thing I do like a lot is the fact that there are not many, if any, granulating colors in this set. So if you're like me, if you do not like granulating paints, then you will like this set. Also, the thing I prefer for a set to have is color vibrancy, color intensity, and this set has it. I am not sure, I'm still not sure if it's the same as Prima marketing, but they are pretty close, so I have no proof that these 2 brands are actually made in the same factory by the same manufacturer, but they are pretty close, so yes, I was happy this set was as vibrant as the Prima marketing watercolors. Then let's go to the parts I did not like, which are kind of a main thing and a subsection of the main thing. So let me start with the main one. These paints are very dry. They are cracked on the surface, and if you add water, it's going to get worse. Plus, they're very dry, so I had to spritz water on them pretty often during the painting, and it's something I don't really like, because I'm still a beginner watercolorist, so I need to concentrate on my painting and not on my paints. So this was a little bit distracting, and I did not like having to re-wet my palette so often. The second thing, which is tied to this dryness problem, is the fact that some of the pans, not all of them, but enough to make me mention it, is the fact that the paint kind of flakes off a little bit. So if you go in with your brush, you start working your mix on the palette, you will notice some little flakes of paint. It is not a problem because if you add a little bit more water, or you mix your puddle for a little bit longer, those flakes are paint, so they're basically going to dissolve. But the fact is that they're there. So if you do not pay attention to it and you just pick the color, do a little puddle, do a little swirl, and then go in on your paper, if you have one of those flakes, it's going to attach to your paper, and it's going to leave like a stain of more intense color, and that is something you don't want to happen. So you need to pay attention to that, because it does happen with some pans, so you need to be extra careful with that. Also, another thing that draws my attention away from the painting, so it is something that I did not like very much. But global thoughts about this palette. I enjoyed using this palette very much. Price-wise, I think it is in the mean price of other brands, so I would not particularly recommend this one over another one. But if you do find an offer on this set, I would advise you to take it, because the qualities far outweigh the bad aspects, at least for me. Plus, if you have a little more experience than I have, you will not have any problem with the dryness. So, so that's basically it. I would advise to you to buy it, or would I buy it again? Answer is yes. And yes, I really like the colors. Plus, I get a wonderful metal tin, so I was pretty pleased about that as well. So, the review is basically over. If you have liked this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this. And until next time, bye!